Therefore, everything is not about grasping. No grasping is on its own, and it has to be absolutely and constantly, because the conclusion cannot be taken in itself as it is. So no grasping on its own must be given absolutely, because it is the essence of the conclusion of Nirodha and Nibbana. No grasping on its own is all of Vimutti, conclusion of the liberation of Nirodha and Nibbana is all about the non-attachment. No grasping, even for the non-grasping itself, absolutely. So that when you use any type of Samabadh, it will turn into Sunyata Samabadh or Nirodh Samabadh. Totally. Whenever you use the awakening, because awakening and brightening is the Samabadh, everything will turn into Samabadh. Just no grasping on its own, absolutely and constantly. Because whenever you use Samabadh in any type, it's going to be in the way of extinction of Nirodh. It doesn't grasp itself. Whether it's awakening or brightening, it doesn't take in itself. This is all about Nirodh Samabadh or Sunyata Samabadh. It is the Samabadh to purify samsara. It is the force. Therefore, just constantly make it absolute to share out. To be constant with this essence, because this is to be giving the force. And the force cannot be otherwise, only Samabadh, because it includes all types of mindfulness, concentration, contemplation, meditative power. It includes everything in all this system of Dhamma attainment. It is the Samabadh that doesn't grasp in itself, that's why it's Sunyata Samabadh or Nirodh Samabadh. It's there to use for blessing samsara, to purify samsara through the emptiness. Therefore, it's impossible to be ordinary. Definitely, the great compassion cannot be ordinary. Definitely. This is beyond ordinariness. Stepping back completely from itself, then there will be no grasping for anything on its own. This is the desire that is extinct. Samudaya and delusion is extinct. Path of the noble one or path of the worldlings will be extinct, turning into the essence of the great compassion instead. No grasping on its own completely, thoroughly. When Luang Po blessed the Naga by the Khong River, their minds just dispersed, cannot concentrate because they have concentration in their attainment. No talking much at all, just dissolving the concentration for them. Just listen, and it will release accordingly from whatever that is concentrated. It's impossible to use knower and seer because you're going to take on whatever you see, the object. No grasping on its own. Because if you use just knower and seer, they will just grab on you. Grab on your knower and seer. Then you will take on whatever that you have seen, whatever you have known. Use the essence that has nothing to do with knowing or not knowing, seeing or not seeing to bless right away. You can use any sentences here. You must open up widely and completely. Don't focus on anything whatsoever. No grasping on its own. Just remind yourself with this essence constantly. It will keep you out from sinking in mindfulness concentration, within knowing, seeing, sinking in stillness and indifference. Keeping out of sinking is called realms of existence. This is to purify realms of existence. No grasping, even for the non-grasping itself. Just remind yourself constantly. All the states of mind that is going around and around, looking like it's going to maintain itself, will be dissolved. It's like it's going to drop to rest and sleep. No grasping, even for the non-grasping itself. That's it. That's it, purifying the attempt to dwell, that which is creating realms of existence and lifetimes. The attempt to dwell is the delusive attachment, creating realms of existence. Continue to listen. you need to use the word simultaneity constantly, because it is the great compassion to proceed with the essence. This is true great compassion, because cutting deluded knowing and the blessing is simultaneous. Enlightenment that is given for samsara is simultaneously. So don't forget the word simultaneity. Proceed simultaneously. Disengage on its own is meant to be simultaneously proceeding, so that there will be simultaneous purification of the extinction. Not attached on its own is also meant to be simultaneously proceeding, helping through unwinding and releasing simultaneously. Be thorough. Use the reminders of any terminologies that purify themselves from the great compassion. That is the true terminologies for blessing. They are the essence of the great compassion. Therefore, whenever you use as a reminder, it will happen accordingly. Through this essence of the great compassion, everything is simultaneously proceeding accordingly. Disengage on its own, simultaneously with everything. Wherever you look, just purify all over. Disengage on its own. Step back from disengaging itself. Non-attachment on its own is not about grasping for the non-attachment. Purify through the extinction and the emptiness, like that. Whatever that is sinking and sleeping and drowned will be awakened out from this essence. there's a lot of grasping, so you need to use the sentence, no grasping is on its own. Then everything will be unwound, all the attachment and fixation will be released. All the practice for mindfulness, concentration, contemplation, special insights, even equanimity, they're still grasping for it. The indifference as well. That's why they are sunken in that state, on and on. So let's purify well, no grasping on its own, stepping back on its own, discarding on its own, giving up on its own. All the attributes of taking things into account will be extinct all by itself. Stepping back on its own completely. Stepping back from the body, the mind, and all things. From any attributes, from any states, from any aggregates or Dhamma. It's ending right by stepping back on its own. This is all about unwinding. It's all about non-attachment, which is on its own. This is all the same essence. Open up widely and completely. That's all. The conclusion will be made accordingly. The conclusion that discards itself, it purifies itself. Keep on opening the eyes. Don't sit and close in. That is delay.